Hey guys, what's happening? Juan Antonio here. Listen, I haven't been running outside in a minute, and this past week I did. As we're finishing up the run, just a young lady asked me, "That looked kind of tough. Does it ever get any easier?" I thought about it for a minute or a hot second, and I said, "Yes, it does." Here's the thing though, I kind of lied. That was my instinctual answer. I've been thinking about it, and the real answer is it depends. It depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get better, it might be tough for a while. If you're trying to maintain, it does get pretty easy. If you're trying to get better and you're starting from nowhere or you've never done it before, it's going to be hard for a pretty long time. Perfect example. My friend Jesper, coming from Sweden, he's in town visiting. He had the courtesy to be like, "Hey, this was 7.5 weeks ago. When I'm in town, we should run the dish." I was very ambitious and I'm like, "Yeah, we should run it. Maybe 2 times." No, we ran it once. But the point is, I had 7.5 weeks to prepare for this. It wasn't a competition, but for running with my friend. Did I? Nope. Should I have been? Possibly. I should have been running the dish. I should have been at least running outside, or at least running within 3 to 4 miles, but I didn't. I chose to do what I'm doing right now, which is just the bare minimum of a very intense 20 minutes. For me right now, that means treadmills and interval training. And here's the thing, I'm loving it. It's working for what I'm trying to do right now. I'm researching, it's all good. But for what I was tasked to do, which is run outside, run 3.5 miles, run 25-ish minutes with big hills, maybe I was asking a lot. But he came into town and we texted the night before, and that was my moment. Are you gonna cancel? Do you say yes? Do you say no? I showed up. And here's the thing, guys. All negatives, right? Haven't run it, haven't been doing the actual duration mileage, and here's the big one. Jesper is a legit runner. I'm talking about he does half marathons that got too easy. I know, crazy guy. So he decides to go over to the world of triathlons, and he's trying that now. That was my, not competition, but my running buddy. Yeah, I was asking for a tough day. What did I expect? Tough course, very legit runner. It is what it is. Those are cards I was dealt, but we went anyway. But it got even more worse. The dish, when you first get there, you got a little Y. You can go right, you can go left. It depends which one's tougher. I think the going to the right, it's longer over time, but I think the left, it slaps you in the beginning. Do you actually want to run this? It's this ridiculous hill. And right there, oh, lower back started to hurt. Calves started to hurt. Shins, Achilles, feet. I have flat feet. My upper back, I started to overheat. The lungs were, it was all going bad. And then it got even worse. I don't get stitches. Never, yeah, haven't really gotten them in years. I finally got one. All that. I was this close to saying, "Jesper, we should slow down." He asked me if I was okay, and I said yes, which was the truth. Had he asked me, "Do you want to stop?" I wouldn't mind. Maybe we should stop. 30 seconds here, 13 seconds there, but we didn't. Here's the thing, guys. Many hills up and down, right? What did I expect? It's 3.5 miles with a competitive, legit runner. Okay, now I know. Next time, if you want to be at that level, here's what you expect. At my best, though, this was a few moons back, I ran that sucker 8 times. And I did 100 push-ups at the end, I think. The point is, go ahead and do the little radio math. 8 times 3.5, that's 28 miles at 520 feet, 21 feet elevation, that's 4168. Somebody check my radio math. The point is, that was at my best. I'm not about that life right now. I'm all about the markets, all about my friends, family, doing some writing, crafting new ideas as I'm sharing with you guys. I'm in a different headspace, and for what I'm doing right now, it's working. But here's the thing, guys. Don't forget the little wins. I could have texted to cancel. I could have complained about all the pain. I could have, oh, I can't see because there's sweat in my eyes. All those things I can't control. What I could control was let me just breathe. Let me focus on nature. Or here was a big one. Here was my goal. I forgot to mention it to Jesper, so I'll tell him this now. My goal was to be within 13 to 113 feet. I got that goal. I was never on the tail end, more within that 13 feet. I want to say right near the end there's a hill that I call Rocky Four Hill because it's pretty damn steep. I almost beat him. If I wanted to, I could have dashed and maybe I would have won, but the next two hills I would have paid for it. So I kept with my plan of, can you be within 13 to 113 feet of Jesper? That was my goal. So going back to what started all this, does it ever get any better? It depends. If you're trying to get back to where you were, it's gonna take a minute. If you're trying to be next level, it might take a minute. If you're trying to maintain, probably gonna get easier. But here's the thing, it's if you know what your training goal is. Can you write it down? Can you get it out your head, put it on a piece of paper, be specific, be precise. This is my training goal. That's one. Two, show me your plan. Write it out. The whole week, your cycles, show it to me. And then I can tell you, yes, it's gonna get easier. Later, soon, few years. Or it's not gonna get easy for a long time. You're training improperly, you're not training enough, your numbers say you're not training with gusto, something is off. But the point is, it depends. That's the real honest, truthful answer. But most importantly, guys, here's what I don't want you to forget. All those little wins count. Keep those little wins. If you pile up enough little wins, you put them all together, then people ask you, how the hell did you run that dish 8.5 times? One step at a time. That's it. You know what the crazy real goal of that was? The first time I've ran in a long time, maybe 2 years, without my music. Yep, that's right. No Taylor Swift with the dish. And here's the thing. We had a respectable time. I think our average per mile was 8:43. Didn't qualify for the FBI, that's 8:30. But 8:43 is pretty close. Give me another week, I'm ready for that FBI. But the point is, even at my worst, I'm probably still better than most people out there. So my standards are just a little bit higher for where I need to be performance-wise. So let's establish your standard. We'll talk about that later. But right now, what's your training goal? Let's be specific about that. Let's be precise. And then go ahead and ask me a question, and I'll tell you. It might depend, or I'll give you a date. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make a vote. Go ahead and share your comments. If you know somebody in your life that needs to hear a message like this, do them a favor. Press that share button. Do yourself a favor. Press subscribe. And most importantly, guys, train for you. Train for life. Thank you for your time and attention.